Ladies and germs, welcome to the 8th episode of the CA podcast. I'm Dia Fallon. They finally let me back after hiatus. I did some things I can't mention. And I'm joined today by my co-host
Melaina Lawrence.
and our special guest.
Joshua Hall.
All right, and this is a very special episode because guess what time of the year it is?
Holiday time?
It's holiday time. It's
Is
December
it?
6th when this releases, okay?
Is it?
I'll let you guys in on a secret. Right now it's November.
Ooh.
But this gets released in December 6th, and that's close enough. So today we're giving you a holiday special.
For this episode, we have a student spotlight with Joshua
That's
Hall. So tell us more about what you do for the C8 podcast.
So in case, anyone doesn't know, apart from the podcast members, I am the audio engineer. So I'm responsible for basically making sure that you guys can hear the video and that the audio and the video are synced up properly and that the videos go on the YouTube channel because it goes through, there are two of us, myself and Chand, he's the other audio engineer, shout out to my boy. And basically, Dr. Thelwell sends us the audio and the video raw, so we cut it up, so we edit things out like the clap sync and maybe like some random like lulls in the conversation, or if there's like a problem, if someone like presses the wrong track, and we edit that, shoot it back to her, and then that's the last point of review before it ends up being uploaded.
Yeah. And so say there's maybe like a couple of seconds of dead silence for whatever reason. Say the host forget what to say next. You would edit that out, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, good. Hopefully they don't see what happened before this conversation.
They won't, I promise.
Nice.
And
Oh, go ahead.
how'd you get into like audio engineering? I feel like in my head it's such a complicated skill to learn.
Well, during the time when Dr. Thelwell was like asking for everyone to help out, I had previous experience with like streaming through my church because we had done a stream. We had streamed Sunday services due to COVID, so I was used to both like audio editing and any sort of like audio visuals on screen. So this was just a fun experience for me to really see like test my skills and do something outside of the volunteering aspect just to see if I could do it.
Nice. And so do you have any plans once you get out of this sort of gig to continue to use those skills?
If need be, yes. It's not like, oh, I want to go into audio or like want to go into AV or anything like that, but it's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
And if need be, I can definitely do it and help out whoever, or maybe, who knows, it could be a nice little side gig, make a little bit of cash, whatever.
Yeah, definitely. That's the same thing with me and speaking. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get into like entertainment or something full time, but it's just a good ability to be able to talk in front of a camera, be dumb, and have it be entertaining.
Yeah.
And you never know when small stuff like that comes into play. Helps you get a job, land a position, get a promotion.
Yeah, because sometimes it's just like that one skill that you may think not be needed. Even so, having that sort of skill, regardless of whatever it is, just shows that you yourself have the discipline to work on something outside of what you're needed to work on, and that's really appealing to people.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of discipline, how has like early decision and college apps been going for you guys? Like sitting down and completing those?
College applications are personally going okay, a bit slower than most people. I know some people that got, 11 applications and they were done in October. I've got about 3 or so done. My Florida colleges, that's taken care of, and now I'm focusing on out of states. What about you guys?
For me, in terms of sitting down and doing them, a nice cup of coffee and I'm there. I'm not going to lie. I've gotten a bunch of applications done, especially from like mid to late October and even, early November, not really, because most of the application deadlines were November 2nd. I sent 14 applications. Some in Florida, most out of state, but still I got the majority of them done, and now if any colleges come up in my head, like, oh, maybe I feel like applying to, like, I don't know, like Case Western or something. I'll be like, oh, I can just send the application.
Yeah.
Right. For me, I've mostly been working on my Questbridge school because those were like considered my early decision schools. But other than that, I've been applying to my Florida schools as usual, like just in case I have to stay in Florida, even though I really don't want to. And also like out of state schools. I feel like once you have like a base amount of writing done, like your college essay done and out of the way, a few other questions that each college asks either way, you're like pretty good about applying to everything else because then you can like supplementals are usually not too hard if you're actually into the school, interested in going to the school. So I think once you have like your base amount of stuff done, like completing everything else after that becomes so much easier.
And so, very important, the early decision applications have come in. Do you guys have any early decisions that have come in for yourselves?
No, I didn't apply early decision anywhere.
Yeah, me neither.
Questbridge comes out December 1st, so if I'm crying, you guys know why.
Yeah.
You'll do
and
great.
and I got into UCF if that counts. Is that early decision? They have rolling decision.
Yeah, rolling decision, that counts. I'll take it.
You?
No, I passed the buck on early decision. I figured that by the time I was submitting all my stuff, it was too late anyway. And personally, I'm okay with it. I'm fine to just let it roll. I'm very laid back when it comes to college. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It helps with stress.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes it's better because I know a lot of the times, I know me personally, I was thinking like, oh, what colleges I'm going to apply to? And I would think about that in my junior year, and I'm like, but I don't even know what I want to do. And then here I am a year later having a conversation about how I applied to so many universities. I'm not saying I have everything figured out, but I definitely do have a better idea of what I want to do. And not worrying about it helped because it kind of just happened, and I don't really have to think about it too much anymore.
Yeah. And for the juniors, you guys, I'm looking at you right now. I see you at your laptop.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important that right now you start thinking at least a little bit about what colleges you want to go to. Very soon, you all are going to become seniors. And who knows if it's the next year, you guys are new juniors just coming in. And very soon, still, you're going to have to think about where you want to apply to. Those deadlines come at you fast.
Yep.
Personally, I did not think about it at all, and it all just kind of hit me like a truck.
Mm-hmm.
I manage it well, but still, it's quite a lot to go through.
I get what you mean. I didn't really have a concrete list of colleges, and I say recently as of like summer past, I was thinking like, okay, I want to apply to like UF, FIT, and like UCF. Okay, I'm done. That's it. Nothing else. And then I'm like, okay, but then like, oh, Georgia Tech is a pretty good school. And I'm like, oh, wait, Columbia is a pretty good school. And then like, oh, wait, X school is a pretty good school. And it ended up just kind of building over a period of time. I didn't really think like, okay, I have this set amount of schools. I want to do this set amount of places. I want to do this set amount of things. It just kind of happened.
Yeah. You go along with the changes, roll with the punches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my list has been pretty fluid. Like, I've never, I know we're supposed to create college lists, but I've never had, a concrete set of schools. Like, this is it. Like, this is what I'm applying to. I've always, had them in mind. Like, I know I'm going to apply here, but I've never, written them down and have it, be an official thing. Because in my head, I see things very black and white. If it's on my list, I'll apply. If it's not, I'll just, not think about it. So I try to just, keep an open mind about it. So I just go on coming up and I see a school. I'm like, okay, I'll just add it. What are the requirements? If it's easy, I'll be like, okay, I'll just do it right now. If it's harder, I'll put it off. I'm like, okay, it's January, so I'll just wait until then. But I'm pretty much go with the flow with schools because I have my top schools. Obviously, I put a lot of more effort into those schools because those are my top priority.
Yeah.
But my other schools, I still have them in mind, but not at the forefront right now because right now I was focusing so much on Questbridge. But I can as the year comes to a close, everything feels so final. I don't know, because it's it all feels like it's coming to an end right now. This is it, and it's kind of scary when I think about it.
We still got another 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I know.
We got to go through the spring semester.
Yep.
In my head, I want to be done with the process so much that I'm like, if I don't get Questbridge, it's like I gotta start all over again, and I don't want to have to do that. Like, I just want to be done with college apps and call it a day. Like,
Yeah.
especially like if I don't get Questbridge, I have to like worry about scholarship apps on top of college apps.
Yeah.
So what kind of things are you guys looking for in your scholarship search? Like, how have you guys been dealing with that?
Well, I'm also a pretty unique place when it comes to scholarships. I got into the National Merit scholarship thing.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty radical. Juniors, if you're taking the PSAT, study for it, do well, because they'll give you a bunch of money.
I think
Yeah.
we're a few months too late on that one.
Juniors next year,
Yeah.
in 2023, study for your PSAT if you're seeing this. 2024 too. Not 2025 though, they're fine.
Yeah.
But it is insane sometimes. I've got pretty much full ride for a bunch of Florida schools, and also a bunch of like weird schools are reaching out to me to give like the same deal. I got so far letters from University of Oklahoma, University of Tulsa, and University of Dallas saying they will give me essentially full ride. And I would take it if it wasn't for those colleges being in Oklahoma, Tulsa, and Dallas, Texas.
Is there any like place you wanna?
Listen, if they went a bit north into the west, if I got University of Colorado and they're saying we'll pay all of it, just please come to us, I'd take it.
Go to,
I would absolutely take that.
what was it called? I remember a friend of mine was telling me about DigiPen in Oregon. So if you're interested, not Oregon, Washington. Sorry.
Washington.
Yeah, Washington. So if you really want to go Northwest,
I will look into that, definitely.
yeah.
As far away from Florida and from my parents as I can get, I'm taking that.
Interesting. To answer the question about scholarships, so for me, I'm kind of complicated with mine a bit. Big number make me happy.
That's
the
true.
That's the best I can. That's the best way I can put it. I applied for a few through like bold.org, and recently, as of recording this, future me, I know you'll probably get more. To anyone else who's applying, you'll get more scholarships. I believe in y'all. I had a interview with the admissions director for Florida Tech, and I found out that I qualified for a $18,000 scholarship and a $2,000 scholarship on top of that. I don't remember if it was per semester or in general, but regardless, that's still $20,000 more than I had going to college, and that is really happy to me, that makes me really happy, especially that like Florida Tech is one of my top schools. Other than that though, I just kind of keep an eye out. Earlier today I got a text from a friend of mine, Elvis, CA student, basically telling me about this cybersecurity scholarship that on top of qualifying for a scholarship, you also get to be trained in cybersecurity, and that's my major. IT, specifically cybersecurity. So in my head, I'm like, even if I don't get that scholarship, that's still training that I have.
I think I saw it in Questbridge. It's not College Board. It's from College Board
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, you mean to tell me that like I could possibly make however much money in scholarships to contribute to wherever I want to go, plus having the knowledge to be able to, do well in whatever field I want to go to, like, sign me up.
Yeah, there's really no downside to it because, like, if you don't get the scholarship, you still got trained. So
Exactly.
It's like,
I can't unlearn
win-win.
the information.
They can try.
They're
I mean, cybersecurity is kind of weird, so I don't know. Maybe you will unlearn it.
weird.
Yeah, you're gonna get the Matrix is gonna get into your brain, and they're gonna
take me into
They're
a
gonna
dark
get
room.
you.
They're gonna take me into a dark room. I'm gonna forget everything.
Yep. They're gonna give you a really old computer, and it's gonna sap your computer knowledge away.
You're going to
no.
devolve.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But in the spirit of getting a lot of money and more money for free,
Money.
it's December 6th when this is coming out. What do you guys think about the holidays?
My family doesn't really celebrate Christmas per se as Christmas, but I still like it because I get a break from school, which
Yeah.
in my book is always good. Well, I just need extra time to sleep, especially after this semester. I just want to sleep.
Oh yeah.
That's the
all
greatest gift of all.
That's all I want. I just want to sleep. What are you guys doing for Christmas?
Well, my family does celebrate Christmas. It's Irish and Spanish, so the Spanish side really celebrates Christmas. The Irish side went all insane, and we don't talk to them too much. So most of the time, we spend Christmas at my grandma's house. It's grandpa's house. My grandma. It's complicated, okay? Spanish house politics. Anyway, we go to my relative's house.
It's a house regardless. They're not having it outside. Yeah.
Yeah, we go inside. My dad will like bake a turkey or something. We'll eat. We got gifts. Just kind of your standard Christmas, party. What about you all?
For me, so I'm Jamaican on both sides, so Christmas for us is a very like big thing. We don't really do gift giving anymore. That was really for like when I was like tiny and Santa was still a thing. But it's just really nice to just sort of like have everyone home and we're all just kind of chill. It's like a different feeling, I guess, and like Melaina said, it's definitely nice to just be on the resting part of this semester because we got like a solid 3 weeks and this semester has been something, so it's definitely great, but I really like the holidays.
Yeah. So what is this is on the question list, okay? And I got a real witty response for this. You guys wait.
Ooh.
What is your favorite Christmas, most memorable one? Or whatever holiday you celebrate. Favorite holiday, most memorable one.
I know mine.
What's your most memorable holiday?
My most memorable holiday, specifically Christmas, was one time when I was like I think either 7 or 8, I read a note that was supposed to be from Santa, and I recognized the handwriting, and then in my head I'm like, wait a minute, this is Dad's handwriting, and then I'm like, wait a minute, and then I like connected all the dots, and then I'm like, okay, I don't want to crush any dreams here, but guys, I don't think Santa Claus is real.
That's
What?
Not true. You're lying.
Stop lying.
I don't
Stop
think,
lying. He's real.
but-
I saw him.
but like he's not real. I know it was sad. I know.
Now I have to personally bring into the dark room and wipe your memories myself.
We're wiping your memory, okay? That's 2 things.
I'm
Poor
gonna have that core memory. Remind-
How do you explain this picture of jolly old Saint Nick, Christopher Kringle, if he's not real?
My memory was it's really embarrassing. I was at like this Christmas event thingy, and it was like really late. You know how like Caribbean people are when they're like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get like really delirious. And
Oh,
it
this
was
should be
like
fun.
I was trying to go to the bathroom, and so I got up to walk, and I didn't realize like it was a sliding glass door. So I
Oh, no.
walked right into the door, and I fell on my back.
Oh, no.
And then I got up as if nothing happened, and I walked into the bathroom, and I stayed there all night. Like I never left, and like I just didn't talk about it. It
Oh,
was
no.
it was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me, and I get embarrassed a lot, but like that was like really up there on the list. And I've never celebrated Christmas since.
Man. You guys got all these villain origin stories.
I'm holding back the laughter. I'm sorry, Melaina.
It was really embarrassing. I just like walked right into the. It was like a full party too. It was really embarrassing.
And I think my most memorable Christmas is going to be the one next year.
Oh.
When I'm out of Florida for good, and in Washington or something.
Florida
on
has a way of trapping you.
I'm getting out, okay? I ain't staying.
You
I
will.
believe in you.
I believe in you. You will.
It's like Silent Hill. No matter what you do, you wind up back in the same place.
Pyramid Head.
Do you guys have any fun Christmas traditions that you do every year? Or-
I have a laborious one.
Laborious one.
A laborious one. It's called baking. A lot of baking.
You bake?
I help my mom bake for Christmas. It's fun, but it's like, here's the thing, right? It takes a lot of effort because when she bakes, she doesn't bake like one cake. She bakes like batches, solid 5. They're not huge cakes, but the batter is enough for like 5 tins.
You haven't given me the curry recipe yet. And
Yeah.
I've been waiting for a month. That was last year, no? I've been waiting for a year.
You have not been waiting for a year. You had the curry chicken this past summer when we were in Du's class. And
I didn't have it. I wanted to have it, but I couldn't. Because it's not vegan. So I want the recipe so I can make it vegan.
So, wait.
You know what?
You want vegan curry chicken?
Melaina, that's not how that works. And the curry recipe is not written anywhere. It is within the fibers of our brains. We can't really, you gotta use Jamaican measuring systems.
I'll just come to your grandma's house and let her make it for me with tofu, and then that will be fine.
No, you gotta understand. It's a little bit of this and a pinch of that and a little
So
bit
I'll
of
make
salt.
her make it for me then. Is that fine?
And you know what? I think you guys got a Christmas tradition going on here.
It's brewing.
It's
coming.
gonna form.
Mhm. Listen, baking is fun. I'll say that much. It is a nice little, bonding experience with my mom, and I get to learn my way around the kitchen because I'm eventually gonna be out of the house, and I don't want to stumble around being like, wait a minute. So if I broil or I bake, it's like I get to learn, how to handle my way around the kitchen and not starve in college.
Yeah. Speaking of going off into college, by the time this airs, the first semester will be over. The juniors will progress into more juniors, and we will progress into very lazy seniors. So
Fair enough.
yeah, and finals is also coming on.
I don't feel that bad.
Yeah, me neither.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
What do you have, Melaina?
No, my physics final.
Oh.
Well, it's like, what's that word for when it's like everything you've learned? It's cumulative.
Cumulative, yeah.
So I'm kind of I'm not the same person I was a few months ago. I don't remember, but
Character
I think it'll be
development,
fine.
That's true.
I think. Maybe.
I've grown since then.
Yeah.
I shed old parts of me and grown, so.
We love that here.
Like a cricket.
Crickets grow?
Or a snake.
I'm sorry.
They shed, they molt.
Really?
Yeah.
Or like a dog or a cat or anything with fur. Kind of a lot of animals shed.
I think all living creatures grow and expand.
Even humans do. Humans shed.
That's
I shed
true.
skin sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shed my skin sometimes.
Constantly, actually.
A lot of what dust is also human skin stuff.
Whoa, spooky.
Not really. It's still there. It's not you wake up one day and you're just muscle in your hand or whatever.
Yeah. And speaking of dust, we're all old now compared to the juniors, and they're going to be going into their first finals ever in college. Do you got any advice for them going into quite a stressful time for the first time?
Don't
Oh, you said?
don't be like me.
What does that mean?
Rest.
Did you pull a few all nighters or something?
Last semester, I was kind of crazy. I would wake up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. doing homework because I'd rather wake up earlier than go to bed later. I'd rather get up earlier to do it than go to bed late and then be tired in the morning, if that makes sense.
Huh.
That was my rationale. So I'd be up 4 a.m. and at least school 6 p.m. and go home. That was a full 9-to-5 job. I should get paid for being in school, actually. I do think we should petition the government for that.
You are getting paid right now to go to school.
Am I?
You get thousands of bucks in tuition. You're getting paid that.
Tuition, I mean pocket money.
You can.
University of Oklahoma was offering me that, but I'm taking it up. That's Oklahoma dollars.
Yeah. If you have a problem or if you have something that you don't really know, or if you feel there's so much that I still kind of don't remember, you want to refresh yourself, either talk to your professor or go to the ASC, because trust me when I say this, those little hour, 2-hour sessions of just going to talk to your professor about hey professor, I forgot this thing for the final, can you give me a rundown of what we're going to cover, help out so much. It's a world of difference.
And the third wise man chimes in. Extensive studying is better than intensive studying. Okay? Do not cram. unless it's like really bad and you haven't done anything else. Then cram as a last resort. But scientifically, your brain will not retain as much information if you just cram it the last night. Take like a week before the exam and bit by bit gradually, go over the same information if you're like 30 minutes or something over the course of a week, and that'll cement it in your brain. That becomes your habits. And then when the test comes, scientifically, this is proven. You can call me out on this. Look it up. On the SAT. You will get into that test, and your brain will be wired to do it better than if you just crammed. So to you juniors, okay, I know it's tempting, but it's this going to be December 6th when this comes out. Next year, start studying early.
Don't cram.
Don't cram.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for a special segment?
The special segment, you're darn sure I am.
Ooh, I'm ready.
So now for our rapid holiday questions. Here's where you'll say the first answer that comes to mind when you hear this phrase or question.
Ooh.
It's like therapy.
Christmas movie.
Die Hard.
Elf.
That's a Christmas movie.
Is it?
Takes place on Christmas. It counts.
Does it really?
I just thought of Elf.
You be the deciders. In the comments section, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Pretty
I
sure
thought
it is.
Beauty and the Beast.
That's not even a
Okay,
Christmas
yeah.
movie
There
at
was
all.
snow. There was snow. It was cold. It was in France. It was romantic. Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is defined by being cold and it being in France.
Yep. You heard it here first,
Wow.
ladies and gents.
Like, if you really think about it, it had the Hallmark elements.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
It
it counts
had
then.
it.
Hallmark.
Yeah.
The best gift you've ever received.
The gift of friendship.
Oh, wow. Snaps.
Yeah. Worst gift, for whatever reason, I've never watched a single episode of South Park. But last year for Christmas, my parents gave me a set of South Park themed socks.
Let's go. For me, best gift, bike.
A bicycle?
A bicycle.
Cool. When last year I was super into coding and I had like a mentor who worked at a coding company, and then he gave me a Barnes & Noble gift card, and that was when Midnight Sun came out, like the prequel to Twilight, and I was so hyped and I couldn't afford it, but then I just used the gift card to buy it, the hardcover version. So, best gift. The worst gift is like when people find out you're a reader and they give you James Patterson because that's the first and most popular thing they think of, and it's just like, I don't know what to do with this, but thank you.
So number 3, Christmas song.
Silent Night.
I didn't think of anything.
I can
Mariah
think of
Carey.
Crickets.
All I want for Christmas is you. That's a classic.
We're gonna get flagged for copyright now.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was a unique song I just
That was
made.
an original.
That was a statement.
You got the.
That was not a song. That was a
you
statement.
got the Dia vocals going.
I do.
Somebody sign him, or her. My bad.
Cut that out. Number 4 is Santa real. We already covered that. He is.
He is. We all agree. We all agree, right? We all agree.
Yeah,
We
sure.
all
Yeah, we all agree
We all
about
agree.
that.
We all agree. Yeah.
Okay. Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph? I don't know who either one is.
Rudolph is one of the
red-nosed
teachers
reindeer?
on Central.
Hmm.
Rudolph Van Buren.
This is a good question. Because I'm thinking, Rudolph was on his come up in his story.
Yeah.
But they only really liked him when he got the red nose because he was useful for Santa. So really, the people who liked him were fake.
Yeah. But Frosty the Snowman died.
Does he?
I guess.
He melts, yeah.
Oh yeah, he does melt.
I prefer tragedies more, so I would say Frosty the Snowman.
To balance out the cynicism, Rudolph, I guess. I don't know. They're both kind of bad if you think about it.
Well, lastly, travel or staying home for the holidays.
I want to travel.
I also do because I haven't.
I say travel too, because I'm getting out of this place. Florida is going to be underwater in 5 years. I'm getting out. It is not going to exist in 2027.
It's going to return to the sea.
Yep. From the land it came, into the land it will return.
All right, thanks so much for tuning in and listening to the CA Talks with your hosts, Melaina and
Dia Fallon with our special guest,
Joshua Hall.
Huge thank you for coming and joining us on our podcast.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And to the viewers, if you're a junior, start studying if you haven't already, even if you got a cram, okay? It's better than nothing. And remember to keep on studying, all right? This is basically your job, okay, is to study. So do it well, or else they'll kick you out.
Join us because next time we'll be talking about the General Assembly, open house for prospective students, and you'll hear from a few juniors about their experience so far. And we'll just start the new semester with a good start. So definitely tune in for next episode. And thank you for joining us.
And I'm going to make a Nostradamus prediction here. I got 70 cents here on this table. I think I'm going to use it next episode in a month. I just get a prediction about that.
You're going to have to tell me what Nostradamus means.
I think that was a vampire.
I thought Nosferatu was the vampire.
Huh?
Huh?
Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.